Hey there, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby right here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already down in the bottom corner of the screen. Give us a like. We just appreciate that. It helps with sponsors. And like I said before, it helps build the audience so I can sell some ads and get some food to eat. Help the starving weatherman, right? I got a daughter in high school who's going to be going to college. We got to pay for that too, right? Hey, let's talk about weather. I love talking about weather, and we got some big changes coming our way. We had that little system move on through earlier today, this Friday morning, and now Friday afternoon it's pressed through, and we can see those instability clouds coming behind the cold front. They're moving pretty good. That's a good northwest flow. You can see those clouds kind of moving over the top of my head at a pretty steady pace. Bogus Basin out behind me there. Oh, boy, good news for the ski areas, at least the start here of, I think, a pretty good winter season for us. We'll talk about that in the weeks to come with my winter weather outlook. But for this bout of snow, it is going to be a little bit heavy in spots, and a lot heavy in spots. The problem is going to be hunting. I've been out a couple of days hunting now. I went in the southwest corner of the state, just beautiful out through there in the Oahes. Had beautiful sunrises, sunsets. Absolutely gorgeous. However, even there, you don't want to get caught in the high country in this type of cold air mass that's coming on through. So most hunters prepare, most hikers prepare, but if you're just thinking of going out for maybe your first, second time, you're going to want to prepare for some real cold weather and snowy weather. Some areas will get over 6 inches of snow back up in the high country behind me. So it's going to be a nice scene of white blanketing our foothills, and that snow level is going to come down, too, to around 4,000 feet before it's all said and done. Let's break down the weather forecast for you. You can see the big storm system spinning up around the Gulf of Alaska. You see that little system over Idaho there to the right side of your screen that moved through earlier. And then what we're going to see is this area low pressure that's developing back in the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of Alaska rather, not the Gulf of Mexico. There has been no geographical changes in the continent of North America. Alaska, Gulf of Alaska, still to the northwest of Idaho. That system is going to move on down towards the southeast in our jet stream, and we're going to get a kind of a 1-2 punch. We're going to get the first one that comes through tonight, and then the second wave will get through right around the morning hours tomorrow in Idaho, southwest Idaho and northeastern areas of Oregon, and then that system is going to move right on top of us. What we are going to see is a tremendous amount of snow accumulation. Check out this map, this computer forecast model, showing the precipitation of snow accumulation in the mountains. So the snow accumulation is going to pile up. Most areas down in the valley floors, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 inches. Higher elevations, though, especially above 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, they will see anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow. And notice the bright reds and purples over there by Stanley and the Sawtooths. Yeah, if you're planning to go up there doing some hunting, watch out. You're going to get possibly over a foot of snow in some spots as this pretty fast-moving storm system moves on through. Back towards the higher elevations just north of McCall looks pretty good as well. Here's your snow total forecast. You can see on the bottom edge of your screen 1, 2, 3 inches of snow, and then you see the yellows and the reds and oranges get up into those higher elevations of snows with higher amounts of snow coming on down. Let's go in for a closer look around the area. This forecast map you're looking at is about a 6-hour snowfall total. So in 6 hours, this is where the snowfall will accumulate. And as we click around, you can see most areas getting between 1 to 3, but every now and then you'll see 2 to 4 inches of snow popping up in the higher elevations from around Idaho City, around Bogus Basin, going on back up north into McCall. It's very clear to see where the snow is falling in the higher elevations. That's where it's going to be heaviest. And again, 2 to 5 inches of snow possible in some spots. And this is a 6-hour accumulation. So with our next map, you'll see another amount of accumulation of snow in the 6-hour time frame. So when you put that all together, we're looking anywhere between 4 and 8 inches of snow in some areas above 4,000 feet. And then as in the higher elevations, you'll see those darker shades of red and oranges. That's where we'll see some areas picking up around 4 to 5 inches of snow in 6 hours. And so then if you get a couple more on top of that, that puts you in that category of maybe 8 to 12 inches. And some areas just remote, the high peaks will get above 10 to 15 inches of snow. So it's going to be a pretty good little quick system moving on through. Has a lot of energy with it, a lot of wind. Oh my goodness, it's going to be blustery and cold. So wind chill temperatures will drop back below zero at times in some spots in the high mountain areas. So hunters, be aware of that. Hypothermia sets in, frostbite conditions. Yep, it's that time of year. Don't be deceived by this tranquil fall weather we've been having. The cold, snowy weather is moving on through. Over in the Sawtooths, they're going to get tremendous amounts of snows, and then if I slide this slider over the time frame, you can see now another 6 hours. So we started off around noon on Saturday. Now we're going to 6 p.m. on Saturday, and we see another round of areas getting, again, another inch, maybe 2 inches, maybe 4 inches of snow in some areas on top of what has already fallen. So it's going to be a quick-moving system that's going to move on through. I do see that the wind is going to be the big story, the blustery conditions. It is going to feel cold, folks. Temperatures in the Treasure Valley in the 50s to 40s, feeling like the 20s, and then up in the mountains, temperatures in the 30s, feeling like around the single digits and around zero at times with cold wind chills. This system will move in, move out. By the tail end of the weekend, I think we'll be looking pretty good. And be sure to check out my travel weather forecast. If you're heading on down to Provo to the BYU game, be cautious because wet roadways, cold weather, and high winds, big-time high winds coming on down across the region. So that's the way things are shaping up as far as the weather goes with this system. As I mentioned, coming up, we'll have our winter weather outlook, and boy, I'm done. You know where I'm going this afternoon after I get this posted? I'm going to be up in the foothills. I'm going to go up in there and try to shoot a Bambi. I'm going to try to get myself a deer, get some meat here late in the afternoon and the evening hours of this Friday, the day before the big BYU Boise State football game.